Hello everyone, my name is Pukar Dhital. I am an English instructor for Grade 7 and today we will be dealing on the topic places to visit. So let's begin the class.
So as a starter, these are the questions we're going through today. Okay, so it's just more like a discussion question. So here we can discuss on the questions asked here in the very first page. Alright, so let's go through the questions. So say it's identifying people, places and objects. As a starter, Nepal has many tourist attractions. Write down the major places that people would like to visit in your area. So wherever you live, in whichever part of Nepal you are living right now, alright, so is the place where you're living, is it one of the tourist attractions? Have you considered that? Or maybe if tourists come to your place, where are the places that you think they'll enjoy the most? So it's about your area where you are focusing on your own places. You write down the major places that people would like to visit in your area. So just jot those points down and write it. It's just a simple writing, or maybe you can discuss it with your friends, and it's very important. Alright, so you can talk about maybe it's temple, or maybe it's a certain hill station, or it could be anything, a pond, a river. What do you think? Which part is famous? Which area is famous in your place? So you can talk about that, where tourists can come. Now, you can share this work with your friends. Of course, you might be from different places. And then after you're done with all those lists, then you can talk to one another and share about what you've written. Have you written about the same places? Or maybe there are many places which you missed out and you'd come to know about those places after you look at your friend's work. So this sharing you can do this sharing to the whole class so that you would know about those places, alright, perhaps which you were not aware of as an individual. Alright, so just a group activity, you can call it. Let's move on to the next one here. Look at the picture given above and talk to your friends about it. So what do you see in the picture? Observe the picture. Come on. You have to observe the picture. So I give you some time to observe the picture. Have you observed it? And now that you're done with your observation, move forward to the questions. What are the people doing? The first question. What do you think are the people doing? You can answer it. What do you think they are doing? Well, if you give a close look at these pictures, someone here is taking a picture and here are people enjoying the safari. Alright? So what are the people doing? The people are riding on an elephant. Is that your answer? Let's go to number B. Have you done something similar in your life? Well, think of this question again. Have you done something similar? It's not necessary that you have to ride an elephant, or maybe at some point in your life, whether you had taken an elephant ride. But have you done something similar in your life? Maybe you went in a jungle safari. How about that? Maybe you were in a van. Or maybe you walked in the dense forest. Something adventurous like this. Something wonderful like this. Have you ever done something similar in your life? So in a question like this, always feel free to answer it. Because, of course, you have some kind of experience. Similar to this one, perhaps. So you have to learn to share it. Have you done something similar in your life? Well, I have done something similar in my life. Well, it was not quite an elephant ride, but I went to a jungle safari and we traveled in a jeep. So see, you can feel free to share your experience. Now, number C. Let's move on to number C. Would you like to try it out? Why or why not? So what do you say? Would you like to try it out? Would you like to have similar adventure? If yes, then why? Why would you like to have similar adventure? And if it is no, then why not? Why would you not like to have similar adventure? Have you thought of an answer? You should have one by now. Would you like to try it out? Why or why not? Well, let me try one. Yes, I would definitely like to try it out. It is because it looks so much fun. We will have adventure or an experience of a lifetime. You can have your own reasoning for it. There's no specific answer to these kind of questions. You can always have your own reasoning to these questions. Are there places like this in your area? Remember, we just talked about the famous places worthy to pay a visit in your area. So do you have places like this in your area? Well, maybe not a jungle, maybe not a national park, but maybe something similar, something famous? A pond, perhaps? A river? A hill station? Are there any places like this in your area? So whatever those places are, if it's famous, or if it's a place where people would definitely like to pay a visit, you can mention it here. So this is how we discuss on these questions. These are all discussion questions. If you want, you can also write it down and share it to your friends. So let's move further. So in a while, we'll be reading about Rara Lake. I'm sure we have all heard about this wonderful, beautiful lake, haven't we? So, but before that, look at these words here. These are some of the words or vocabulary words which are used in the passage that follows. Let's go through these words right now. So see, you'll find this in your book. Let's learn these words. Learn the meanings of these words that appear in the passage below. We'll be dealing with the passage after we are done with number 2 and 3. Okay, number 2 and 3. And I'm sure you all know how to look for the words in the dictionary, don't you? So the best use is you must learn to look for words in the dictionary rather than depend in the book to learn the vocabulary. Make sure you have a dictionary that will help you learn new words. Don't depend on the book for the words. You must have a dictionary to learn the words. Now, look at this particular word, remote. It means far away from the center, somewhere far away. That's remote. Altitude. See, height above sea level is what we call altitude. Migratory. The ones who move their residence from one place to another. Migrant. Right? Migrant or migrants are what we call migratory. See, the ones who move their residence from one place to another. Adventurous. Are you an adventurous person? So adventurous are those who are willing to take risk to try new methods or idea. They're also called courageous. They're adventurous. Now, preserve is maintain something in its original form. So these are the meanings of these words. So here we have words, and these are the meanings. Now, we are about to begin a passage on Rara Lake, but before that, again, consider these questions on mind. Okay? See, read the passage and answer these questions orally. So you can answer these questions verbally, but after reading the passage. So maybe I'll ask you again, which is the biggest lake in Nepal? First question, which you are answering it verbally or orally. What shape is the Rara Lake? The second question. Okay, just bearing this in mind, now let's move on further to read a passage about Rara Lake. So shall we begin the passage? Rara, well, that's the title. Rara Lake is the biggest lake in Nepal. It lies in the Mungu district in the northwest of Nepal. It is in a remote area in the Karnali zone. It is difficult to get there, and that is why very few people reach Rara Lake. Rara National Park was established to preserve the beauty of the lake. The oval-shaped Rara Lake is situated in a beautiful surrounding. You can see the reflection of snow-capped Api and Saipal mountains in the crystal clear lake. The lake covers an area of 11 square kilometers. It is about 5 kilometers long and 3 kilometers wide. The lake is 167 meters deep at the deepest part. The altitude of Rara Lake is about 2,990 meters. Rara Lake is within the Rara National Park. Therefore, no one lives near the lake nowadays. There used to be some people living nearby, but in 1976, they were resettled in Bardia to establish the Rara National Park. The park was established to preserve the plants and animals of that area. It was also established to preserve the Rara Lake itself. The park mostly lies in the Mungu district. However, some parts of it also lie in the Jumla district. The vegetation of the park is mainly coniferous. There are trees like spruce, fir, rhododendron, and oak. It is also home to many types of animals. Musk deer, leopard, tahr, and wild boar can be found in this area. There are also many types of resident and migratory birds there. Summer is a pleasant time at Rara Lake area. It starts to get really cold from October. During the midwinter, it is extremely cold. There is also heavy snowfall in winter. There is up to 1 meter of snow during this time. Some foreign and local tourists visit Rara Lake every year. In order to reach Rara Lake, you have to fly to Talsa Airport in the Mugu district and walk for about an hour, or you can also get there from Jumla. The mountain pass gets covered in snow during winter season. It is nearly impossible to get there at that time. The route itself is in the mountains and difficult to walk. If you plan to go there from Surkhet, you'll have to walk for 10 days. Visiting Rara Lake can be very difficult, but for nature lovers and those who are adventurous at heart, it is heavenly. So we just read a passage about Rara. So there are a few things to keep in mind when we read something or when we read a passage. First of all, are you reading it clearly? Is there a clarity as you read? And how about the pace? At what speed are you reading it? Third thing you must bear in mind is your articulation. Your articulation, the way you are pronouncing words, the way you have the flow as you read it. Number 4, how about the pitch? Are you reading it loud enough? If you're reading aloud, you have to be loud enough so that people can hear you. Is your pitch correct? Do consider pauses. Are you pausing enough? For instance, after every full stop or comma or question mark or exclamation mark, are you pausing there? And number 6, expression. Do you have expression in your voice as you read it? Your expression changes if there are exclamation marks or question marks or full stop or certain sadness. When you're reading something sad, does your expression change as you read it? Or when you're reading something exciting, does the expression change accordingly? So you have to bear in mind these 6 factors as you read. Well, there are a lot many, but for now, let's focus on these 6 factors. Your clarity. Are you reading every word clearly? Your pace. Are you reading it just at an appropriate pace or speed? Articulation. How are you pronouncing every word? How is the flow as you are reading it? Pitch. Is your pitch good enough? Loud enough? Pauses. Are you pausing after full stop commas? Or expression. Is your reading expressive? Now, having read the passage, let's follow the exercises that follow in the book. So this is question number B, where it says, note down the information about Rara from passage above. So you've heard me read the passage. So if you have the book, you can again read the passage and answer these questions on the basis of the passage. Like for instance, the first thing it says is location. So you just want to write down about its location. Where do you think is Rara Lake located? The very first paragraph of the book talks about the location. See? It lies in the Mugu district in the northwest of Nepal. See, so you can write here, it lies in the Mugu district. It lies in the Mugu district in the northwest of Nepal. It is in a remote area in the Karnali zone. See, every information is given right here in the passage, and the only thing you have to do is read the passage again and figure this information out. For instance, the next thing that the question has asked is the size. And what do you say about the size? See, the second paragraph talks about the size. See, the lake covers an area of 11 square kilometers. It is about 5 kilometers long and 3 kilometers wide. Similarly, you can also figure it out about the surroundings. Vegetation, what kind of plants and trees are found there? Weather in winter, how is the weather in winter? What's the best time to visit Rara and way to get there? We can all get it right here in the passage, in which you can of course discuss in the class and do it in the classroom. So let's move on to the question and answers. See, answer these questions. So where is Rara Lake situated? The first question. Right, you'll get the answer right in the first paragraph, and bear in mind that you're always taking care of these auxiliaries or tenses whenever you answer the question. So, where is Rara lake situated? Rara Lake is situated. Say it means where does it lie? Alright, so Rara Lake is situated, and if you read the second sentence of the paragraph, it lies in the Mugu district in the northwest of Nepal. So Rara Lake is situated, so from here where answer begins, Rara Lake is situated in the Mugu district in the northwest of Nepal. See, how big is the lake? The lake is very big. But how big? Then you'll have to figure that out. The lake is very big. Then, see, if you go to second paragraph, you'll come across the size of the lake. The lake covers an area of 11 square kilometers. It is about 5 kilometers long and 3 kilometers wide. And also, do include the depth here. The lake is 167 meters deep at the deepest part. So it can go all the way to the deepest part. So every time you answer the question, you reflect to the passage which you have read. And you might have to read it again and again to get the proper answer. And if there is ease here, don't ask, how big is the lake? The lake, you cannot begin, the lake was. That would be very incorrect. You cannot begin an answer like that. The lake was. So if there is ease, go for ease. So you have to take care of these auxiliaries or the tenses. Alright, so all these questions, again, if you haven't read the passage, you'll get the answers right there in the passage. So let's go to number 4, ways with words. Again, this is the fill in the blanks. Should be very simple. The answers are all from the passage. See, fill in the blanks with the correct words from the list. The first one, we can, and here are the options given. These are all the options given to you. Select any one where it fits best. Alright, every number has one correct word to it. So you have to find the correct word. Weekend animals in the national park. So what do you think? Number A, weekend animals in the national park. Do you think remote is the answer to this? We can remote animals in the national park. Does it make sense? The answer is we can preserve. Again, you get it from the passage. Preserve. Remember the meaning of preserve, which we had discussed earlier? We can preserve animals in national parks. So similarly, you can get correct answers to all these 5 sentences, and you can put the words correctly. Let's move further. And here you have to fill in the correct words. Parts of Nepal are still underdeveloped. Remember what kind of part are underdeveloped? The words are right there given at the top of the heading. Alright, you must go back to get those heading, or it's in your book itself. Now again, on the basis of the passage, see, match the words with their meanings. Now here comes the great deal. Match the words with their meanings. So if you don't know the meaning, the best time now is to consult a dictionary. Do you all have a dictionary? Alright, so if you're not sure with the meaning, with the word meaning, look at the dictionary, find the words, and then you'll get the correct answer to this. What is surrounding? What is oval shaped? What is national park? What is coniferous? What is heavenly? And what is prize? Look at the dictionary and you'll get the meaning right there. So it is very necessary that you have the habit of looking at the dictionary if you want to improve your English. Dictionary is mandatory. It's must. So shall we move further? So in number 8, we again have the paragraph given here. Read the paragraph given below. Have you read it? Remember on those components which I had mentioned you earlier, have you worked on that? The articulation, the pace, the pauses, the pitch, and the expression, do you have it now? Have you practiced enough? You have to master on those 5 factors. And if you do so, you would become a good reader. So shall we read the passage again? Let's follow it. Observe the pauses, observe the expression, observe the pitch. Sometimes the pitch goes high and low. Observe the pace. Kathmandu is the capital city of Nepal. It is located in the Central Development Region. All the major government offices are in the city. The 3 districts, Kathmandu, Lalitpur and Bhaktapur, are in the Kathmandu Valley. It is very congested and densely populated. More than 3 million people live here. We can find people from all over the country in Kathmandu. Most of the people come to Kathmandu for jobs, education, and other opportunities. The original inhabitants of Kathmandu Valley are the Newars. Previously, there were 3 states in the valley: Kantipur, Patan, and Bhadgaon. So did you observe the reading? Now you can try to read it on your own and read it aloud. So have you read aloud? Have you worked on those 5 components? If so, let's move further. Now, collect the information about your village and write few paragraphs as a verb. So maybe to collect the information, you need some time. Maybe you can take a day or two and perhaps ask the local residents or your family members or friends or relatives, whoever you think possess good information. And the information is about your own village. Where do you live? Do you know everything about your village? And write few paragraphs as a verb. Name. What is the name of your village? Where is it located? Just like Rara, where is your village located? What is the estimated population of your village? What are the ethnic communities? Are they Gurungs, Rai, Brahmin, Chetri, Kirat? What are the ethnic communities in your village? What are the major occupations? Meaning, what is the common occupation that people have in your village? Are they farmers? Or do they have any other occupations? What is the major occupation of your village? And what is the main attraction of the place? Remember, you have already done this part. What are the main attractions of the place? You need time to do this work and take your time. Maybe you'll go home today, ask your parents or relatives or your friends, and then get to know about all these questions. And fill this table tomorrow and show it to a teacher. Let's move to number 9 now. In number 9, we're dealing about relationship. Let's try to know the relationship. Are you aware of what a certain relationship is called? In Nepali, of course, you're pretty much familiar with it. But how about in English? Are you aware of relationship in English? So it's more like group work. So you can go through it yourself first, and then we will again talk about it. So let's begin. So number A says, have you read it aloud? My grandfather is my grandmother's. What is that, sir? My grandfather is my grandmother's. Is he uncle to your grandmother? Is he grandfather to your grandmother? Or is he husband of your grandmother? Of course, yes. Or is he wife of your grandmother? Of course, yes. He's husband of your grandmother. Now, my father's sister is your father's sister is yours. What do you call her? I'm sure you all know what you call her in Nepali. How about in English? My father's sister is Have you figured out the answer? Of course, yes, she's your aunt. Let's go with one more of this. My mother's brother is this relationship is very dear to us Nepalese, isn't it? So my mother's brother is your niece, aunt, cousin, or hey, how about uncle? We also call it maternal uncle. Okay, so this way you can do D, E, F, G. See, G, just in case a few words are missing here, I'll fill it up. My husband's sister is my husband's sister is is it aunt or is it niece? What do you say? My husband's sister is my sister-in-law. So to know these relationships, again, consult a dictionary. Consult a dictionary right away and you can do all these exercises pretty easily. Consult dictionary. As we move further, it continues till number J. So let's work on the last one. My daughter is my mother's. What do you say? My daughter is my mother's sister, mother, niece, or granddaughter. I bet you know this. It's granddaughter. So this brings us to the end of chapter 1. That is places to visit. And as a homework, you can read the passage again or you can look at the video of the passage again and do those question answers. I'm sure you can do it pretty well. Thank you very much. And if you have any queries, you can email us at learning@deerwalk.edu.np. Thank you very much.